hunters, real blues, trips on them still.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. The Texans at 0-15, winless on the year, and they are up against the wall now, CD.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that one because, let's face it, most teams would have mentally checked out by now.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Jags grab it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Jags, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll go again with ETN. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You can also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Draw play, ETN. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there. But it'll be 3rd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense. Right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mills now. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part. It's power down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, Mills. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Mills looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mills. Open man is close. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From midfield now, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and now send it back to the drawing board.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. They just got done. They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling it defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Big body receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and it was once a nice job. Started out here, but give credit to the secondary. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's second and a yard. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. Full to run show Fatukasi there on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Well, Charles, he's still a young single caller in this league. Second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because When he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look at a couple of shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Give to Etienne running right. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's Logan Cook now. As he'll run the road for the second time. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On second and very short, Mills escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now Mills on 4th down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we ended up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans will take over possession here over the 34. So a potential momentum shifter there. Working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that... not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 144 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go right back to Pierce.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
A give running right, ETN.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another tote for ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Doug Costin on the tackle.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and 8 coming up.
Look at me.
ETN once more.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
Touchdown!
Travis Etienne.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jags are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, where they're deep.